one tried to, in an organized fashion, match up those available jobs, those new professions that are developing out of our technological age with our course offerings. And I just have a sneaking suspicion that you and your system will play a very, very important role in that. Because, there's education and learning, and then there's preparation for a job. And I think what you have and what you offer in your system is the ability to sort of do both and be that bridge between the facts and the education and the preparation to actually be in the workforce. Now, let me just say one other thing. And I certainly hope that we're going to be able to improve on this the next couple of days, next couple of years. I very much appreciate what you do as state employees. When I came back to the Senate 2 years ago, I was really taken aback by the attitude that a lot of our legislators these days have about state employees. I don't think you're second-class citizens. I think you have a very important role, and you have very great responsibilities, and you need to be treated and compensated accordingly. To me, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to have situations where we have right now a lot of state employees that haven't had a raise in 6 or 7 years. And some of my colleagues in the legislature talk about, well, how we ought to treat state employees the way we treat the way people are treated in the private enterprise system. Well, I can tell you that if you worked for me, you wouldn't have gone 6 years without an increase, because in the private enterprise system, most of us don't go that long without compensating our employees for the cost of living and as they move up the ladder in our organizations. So I'm very hopeful that this year, when all those pension conversations come up again, when we have to fight those battles again, that we'll be able to prevail on some of them. But I want you to know, straight from the heart, that when those conversations come up and when those fights start, you have a friend in Jack Latvala. Thank you all very much. Welcome to Palm Harbor.
Thank you, Senator Latvala, and I can personally attest to Senator's support for the FRS issues when I was testifying before the Government Accountability and Oversight Committee on this issue a couple years ago. He was always the one that asked the hard question and made the chair and the other members of that committee try to do the right thing on your behalf. Thank you, Senator Latvala. Your support of the college systems and our colleges does not go unnoticed, and we appreciate you joining us here this afternoon. And Dr. Law, thank you also, and everyone at St. Pete College for all you have done to help us make this convention a success. As you know, we believe strongly there is strength in numbers. The AFC's unique membership and its ability to work collaboratively with all of its stakeholders enabled it to become the most dynamic association in the state. The AFC and the Florida college system are envied statewide and even nationally, and we are known for speaking with one unified voice on behalf of the Florida college system. President Joe Pickens is one of our most dynamic leaders in the system, and he is currently the chair of the Council of Presidents as well as president of St. John's River State College. I would like to now invite President Joe Pickens to the stage to please also give you a brief welcome from the Council of Presidents. Joe?
Well, Jack's right. You really do have to just take it on blind faith that there are people out there clapping and not a soundtrack. It's very, very interesting. And I appreciate, thank you, Mike, for putting up my old picture. Actually, this picture was taken 14 years ago when I ran for the legislature at the age of 39. And I've held on to it for dear life. And although I can't see them right now, there are actually 4 people in the audience that forced me to go to Orange Park and get a new picture taken about 6 months ago. So I do have a 50-something picture. We just don't use it. Because after all, I'm the president, and I can decide what picture we use. And lastly, my mommy likes this picture of me. On behalf of the Council of Presidents, and as the chair of the Council of Presidents, let me welcome you to AFC. And as Senator Latvala mentioned, I am a retired legislator. And it's amazing, Jack, you've been in the legislature and then out and then back in, the different perspectives you have when you're one of us or you're one of them. And so I made the transition very quickly in that regard. What I want to share with you very quickly, in addition to welcoming you and thanking you for being here, is to thank you for your membership in AFC. Mike tells you a lot how important it is for there to be large numbers, but I can tell you, as a former legislator who focused almost exclusively in education, that the voice that you carry means a lot. Now, I realize all of you are here and dues-paying members, and so I'm literally speaking to the choir. But what I would ask you to do is take the message that there is strength in numbers, and it's not okay for the 50% of the folks at your college who aren't in AFC to just count on the 50% of the folks like you that are in AFC to carry the water for everyone, even though you do. So my charge to you, and this is the charge that I will take back to St. John's River State College, is for every member of AFC to recruit a non-member to become a member next year. If we do that, then we really will have the numbers that we need to advocate, especially in Tallahassee, during the legislative session. Just recently, your voice on the issue of the continuing contract issue was listened to greatly. On almost all issues, everybody has a side. Most issues are partisan. The fact that you are an organization that is respected but because you are not partisan, you're not bipartisan, you're nonpartisan. Your voice is seen as objective and as real because you are the heart and soul and lifeblood of the colleges that we serve. So on behalf again of the Council of Presidents, welcome to Innisbrook and this conference. I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you, President Pickens. The Division of Florida Colleges works very, very collaboratively with our association and our colleges every day, 365 days of the year. Through its leadership and advocacy efforts, the division is a substantial supporter of the association. Since Chancellor Randy Hanna has come on at the division, he has been responsive and supportive to the AFC, and particularly on that continuing contracts issue that President Pickens just referenced. As a former college trustee, Chancellor Hanna gets it, and we know he gets it. He understands our way of life, he understands our issues, and most importantly, he understands our mission. It is my sincere pleasure to introduce our Chancellor, Randy Hanna.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of Education and the Division of Florida Colleges, I welcome you to your 63rd annual FAC convention, and I congratulate you. I congratulate you not only for the successes during this past year, but throughout the history of this organization. This year's theme, A Road for the Future, is a perfect phrase to capture our role as Florida colleges. Since, as you know, we're the primary path for success for more than 850,000 students every year. Keeping with that theme, we will now recognize the 2012 winners of the Chancellor's Best Practice Awards. And these are colleges who have been developing innovative strategies to educate our students in the system which is already recognized as the best in the nation. Assistant Chancellor Cassandra Butler will come to the stage to help me recognize the winners. And as she approaches the stage, I once again welcome you and encourage you to use this time together to learn and develop and share new ideas while building long-standing relationships. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Each year, we ask our colleges at the division to submit their best practices nominations for the following categories: academic affairs, business affairs, student affairs, and workforce education. This year, we had over 31 applications submitted from 14 of our 28 colleges for the Chancellor's Best Practice Award. Again, on behalf of Chancellor Hanner and myself, I congratulate the 2012 winners of the Chancellor's Best Practice Awards. First category in academic affairs, we have the My Bridge to Success, St. Petersburg College, and now we'll see a little video about what their bridge to success is.
Developmental math, reading, writing, when do I get to take a course that I actually get credit for?
If I keep having to take these remedial courses, I will never finish my degree.
I can't believe it. I'm just 1 point away in my placement test from ENC 1101.
Improving success rates in developmental courses is a challenge St. Petersburg College has faced over the years. With student success as a top priority and funding from the Florida Department of Education initiative, St. Petersburg College students have new pathways for completing course requirements. In spring 2011, St. Petersburg College began the My Bridge to Success program, offering 8-week, 2-credit courses to students in the upper levels of developmental reading, writing, and math. The goal? To reduce time and costs of remediation through instruction targeted to students' needs. Since that time, over 500 students have participated in My Bridge Reading, over 500 in My Bridge English, and almost 800 in My Bridge Math. Success rates have risen, most dramatically in My Bridge Reading, and many students have moved into transfer-level courses in the same semester. St. Petersburg College is proud to accept the Chancellor's Best Practice Award on behalf of our talented faculty, working together with students to help them reach their educational dreams.
Congratulations. On behalf of the college accepting the award is Dr. Martha Campbell and Sharon Griggs. Congratulations, St. Pete College. In our next category of business affairs, we have Broward College with the President's Leadership Academy. Let's see their video.
When J. David Armstrong became president of Broward College in 2007, he discovered that there were more than 100 members of the faculty, staff, and administration getting ready to retire from the drop program within the next 5 years. He saw a need for a succession planning program. After his experience creating the successful Chancellor's Leadership Program for the state, Armstrong had a vision to do something similar at Broward College.
The President's Leadership Academy gave me the opportunity to make a smooth transition from my faculty role to that of the Associate Dean leading several disciplines. It provided me with some of the tools necessary for budgeting, resource development, and leadership.
The Academy's mentorship component gave me the chance to work more closely with district administrators, helped me transition recently from a campus-based position to a college-wide director-level position.
There are 3 components to the President's Leadership Academy. Participating in 7 leadership modules, including organizational culture and ethics, the legislative process, budgeting, resource management, and others facilitated mainly by internal experts. Completing a capstone project on something related to the strategic plan and student success. Mentoring provided to each group from the President's senior leadership team.
Our group's capstone project was to explore summer bridge programs that could accelerate a student's journey through their developmental courses to become college ready in just 1 semester.
This past summer, the college initiated the Broward College Academy for Excellence with 150 developmental students. This program is currently in its 2nd semester with a student retention rate of over 85%.
The mentoring component needs to be enhanced to provide more opportunities for Academy participants to shadow and mentor senior-level administrators. Possibly offer the Academy for 2 years with a stronger emphasis on building the capstone projects in the 2nd year, as well as deepening the mentoring relationships, and create a Leadership Academy advisor group with a lead academy graduate to ensure continuous improvement. Broward College is proud to receive the Chancellor's Best Practice Award.
And now we'll have Ms. Patricia Senior accepting on behalf of Broward College. Congratulations, Broward. Next we have in the category of Student Affairs, Miami-Dade College's Single Stop. And their video, please.
Hi, my name is Tanisha Ewan.
My name is Julio Cohen. Single Stop helped me with tax preparation, and they also helped the family get the food stamps.
I have used the assistance of Single Stop and has helped me continue to be a student here at Miami-Dade. And it's an experience that I encourage all to try.
The greatest impediment for students' access as well as success has a name. It's poverty. Many families and students who feel that they cannot afford to pay for college.
Probably the really most compelling challenge that young people face who are often going to community colleges is the ability just to make ends meet.
The majority of students who go to community colleges are doing everything right. They've faced many barriers in their life, including having to juggle putting food on the table or paying for their books. But they're still in school, and they're still trying to make a better life for themselves. They're still trying to pursue the American dream.
We have a challenge from the new Obama administration, which is to increase completion and transfer rates at community colleges. The only way we can do this in this country is to make sure that we reach out and embrace all the students that we can and make them as successful as possible.
Accepting on behalf of Miami-Dade College is Ms. Malou Harrison. Congratulations, Miami-Dade. And last, but definitely not least, because I know Dr. Massey will get me if I say that, is the Power Plant Technology Institute at Indian River State College.
It's all about jobs. And thanks to a business and industry partnership between Indian River State College and Florida Power and Light, over 140 graduates have found high-wage employment in the nuclear industry. Since 2006, the Power Plant Technology Institute at IRSC has created a pipeline of highly skilled technicians. The formula is simple. Local students training for local jobs with the help of local industry.
I chose a career in nuclear energy because of the opportunities and the job openings that are going to be coming available. A lot of the people are retiring and they need young people to come in and take the jobs. There's so many different opportunities right in the plant to change careers or move up or try different things.
Housed in the new Brown Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, the Power Plant Technology Institute has access to a hands-on environment conducive to specialization training. IRSC, FPL, and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, who provide subject matter expertise, share responsibility for oversight and quality of the Institute, with contextual learning, real-life job experience, and paid summer internships. This exemplary partnership has produced outstanding results. A student completion rate over 95%, an immediate hire rate above 90%, and starting salaries of $55,000 a year, plus benefits. The program's success resulted in the establishment of the nation's first regional center for nuclear education and training, headquartered at Indian River State College. IRSC's partnership with FPL is a leading example of industry and education collaboration.
Let's congratulate Indiana River State College in the area of workforce education. Accepting is Dr. Massey. Congratulations again to all of our 2012 Chancellor's Best Practice Awards.
Thank you to Chancellor Hanna, and all those involved in that wonderful program. Now I'd like to bring back before you Jared Ferreira, the Florida President of Student Government, to bring us greetings from that organization. Jared, come on back up.
Thank you, everyone. I want to first tell you how honored I am to be here today with all of you and to have the honor to speak in front of you. As a graduate of Pasco Hernando Community College and a first semester bachelor's student at St. Petersburg College, I can tell you firsthand how big of a role that you play in our students' lives and education. We're more than just a college. We're a family. Something happens at our institutions that you just can't get from a university. And that's what each and every one of you brings to the table. That personal touch and pride that you bring to campus helps our students make it through the tough times and push through to graduation. Looking out here today and meeting some of you before the opening session started, I can guarantee that you all at least have one student in mind that you've connected with over the years. And whether or not you were able to provide them with some Yoda-style, sage-like advice, you have made an impact on their lives and education. So much so that there's a good chance that someday they're going to come back and work with you at one of these colleges. I travel around a lot to our 28 colleges throughout the state, and in some of my travels, as my mom says, I talk to a dead fish. I mingle with the staff. And in talking with them, majority of them at some point in time attended one of our colleges and have come back because we are just such lovely people. They want to work with us and be a part of what we do to make the future students' lives even better than theirs were. It's those little conversations before and after class, in the hallways, or after you just dodged an out-of-control golf cart that makes the students not just better students, but better people. And from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of the over 1 million students that we have across the state of Florida, I thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause.
I think we can have Jared on the program anytime. It's time for me to give my State of the Association address. My kids always tell me when I take my watch off that's a problem. Don't worry, I just want to make sure I stay under our time limit. One of the things that I've learned this year as president is how amazingly broad and deep and extensive is the work of the Association of Florida Colleges. And as I've gone around and visited with folks at most of our campuses and looked at what we do, I can report to you with all pride and honesty that the state of the Association of Florida Colleges is excellent. I want to go through and just talk about some of the things that have taken place during the year. Some of these you're going to know about. Others may surprise you. And I want you to help me in a participatory